Hey everybody, this is Peter and welcome to the show today. Well, today I'm going to be doing something a little interesting. I'm going to be cooking some baby back ribs using the air fryer mode of the Ninja Combi. I've been seeing some videos on air fryer ribs and I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting that you can have all this wrapped up in less than an hour. So it's kind of interesting to me. Is it to you? Let's do this together and find out. Okay, the first thing I have here is a rack of baby back ribs. And I went ahead and took the back skin off, kind of the silver skin, that membrane. I took that off already just to save us a little time. I'm going to be using a rub which is called Head Country, and this is an Oklahoma company. I'm in Oklahoma City, and so I like to use local companies if I can. So this is Head Country. You can use any rub or any kind of spices that you like. All the spices that I want to use are actually in the Head Country rub, so that's what I'm using today. One thing you want to do is make sure that you are rubbing or making the ribs dry so that the rub is going to be sticking to the rib. Now you can see quite a bit here that I've taken off a little bit of moisture on the rib, and I'll do this on the other side as well. I'm just pressing down with a paper towel just to get rid of some of that moisture that's there. Okay, now I'm going to be putting on the rub, and you can use this as much or as little as you want. I like to use it fairly liberally whenever I'm doing ribs because I want that flavor of the rub to come through pretty well. So that's what I like to do. You can put as much or as little as you like. Now some people will also spray a little bit of oil onto the ribs just to make them a little more sticky for the rub. Do that if you wish. And by the way, when I was getting ready to do this video, I went ahead and went back to the back and I turned on the Ninja Combi to the air fryer mode to 350 degrees. And I went ahead and set up the time to a little more than 40 or 50 minutes. And the reason I did that is to let it heat up. You want to make sure that you let your air fryer heat up 10 minutes or so. You want it to get nice and hot in there. Okay, so I have the rub here on both sides of the ribs, back and front. Just going to press that on in. If you don't take this membrane off, the rub or whatever spices you're using may not be able to penetrate that membrane and get into the meat of the rib. That's why it's really important to go ahead and do that. Now I'm just going to put my ribs into the spices here on the cutting board, and the reason I'm doing that is just to get them all adhered, and I'll also do the sides as well. Now, you want to take your Ninja Combi pan, like I have here, and you want to, of course, measure this out so that the ribs will fit. That's about right there. So I'll slice this up. And let me grab some avocado oil. I'll be right back. Something that I have found that works well is avocado oil. Now these are supposed to be non-stick pans, and for the most part they are. They are super easy to clean up. But I'll spray some avocado oil on there just to make them even easier to clean up. Now you want to put the rib meat side down, rib side up. So I'm going to set it right over here, and if they're going to overlap a little bit, that's absolutely fine. Again, rib side up, meat side down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put these into the Ninja Combi, and again, about 35 minutes. I'm going to flip them at about 20 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you what the end result has been, and then we'll put some sauce on there, throw it back in the air fryer for about 5 minutes, all right? So, is this going to work? I hope so. We're going to find out. Okay, you can see that I have set up the Ninja Combi to be about 35 minutes. It is very hot because I've let it heat up for quite a while. So slide these in and go ahead and start it up again. I'm going to come back and flip them at 20 minutes. Okay, the Ninja Combi ribs have finished cooking, so let me grab them. I'll bring them right back here. We'll put some sauce on them, put them back in for a few minutes. Be right back. Okay, I have the ribs right here, and the ribs need to be temping out at about 185, 190, and so then you will know that they're done. Here we're at 187. Don't know if you can see that, but 187 on the thermometer. 188, we're there. That took about 35 or 40 minutes. At 20 minutes in, I went inside and I flipped them over, and then we have them here. They continued to go. I'm going to go ahead and put some sauce on these. Use any kind of barbecue sauce you like. I just happen to like Head Country. That's the spice that I've used as well, the rub. And so I'll just put this on fairly liberally. If you don't like sauce, you don't have to use it. Your choice. Now all we're going to do is put these back in, and we're going to let this sauce heat up and get hot. And also those sugars within the sauce are going to be browning up, kind of charring, and that's what we're after as well. Okay, I'll put these back in the Ninja again. I'm going to increase the temperature up to about 400 degrees, air fry mode, and it's only going to take 3 to 5 minutes, okay? Okay. I'm going to tell you that they look fantastic. As you can tell here on the counter, they look great. Let me pull one up here for you. I did temp these out while I was cooking. Look at that. Look at that. Look how beautiful that rib is. Just incredible. Who would ever think that you could air fry ribs like this, not in 6, 7, 8 hours, but in less than 1 hour. Less than 1 hour from start to finish in the Ninja Combi using the air fryer mode. Now I'm going to let these cool down a little bit, and then we're going to come back, cut them up, taste one for you, and let you know how they turned out. Be right back. Okay, let's get one of these ribs cut up. They look fantastic. The smell is fantastic. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Okay, there we go. So let me tell you that these are more of a, I would say, competition style of rib. They're not fall off the bone tender. They have a little bit of a bite to them. It's what I like. If you like fall off the bone tender ribs, let them cook longer, maybe 15, 20 more minutes more in the air fryer, and you'll have that. But this is a delicious rib. It's fantastic. You can really taste the rub on there. It's soft on the inside, crispy on the outside, just like I like it. And you can taste every piece, the pork, the rub, the sauce, everything. Best part is it took about 1 hour or less to make these ribs. So you could do this on a weeknight. Super easy, doesn't take 7 or 8 hours like you have out on the smoker. And they're delicious. Well, I hope you'll give this a try. Thanks again for watching. I'm really surprised that we can cook the ribs, an entire rack of ribs, in the Ninja Combi in the air fryer mode in less than an hour, and have all this ready for dinner for our families. Ray Bo from San Jose. I think this is right up your alley, so give it a try.